We back at it again. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Mother Nairobi's YouTube channel, Universal One Spiritual Teaching. And we're back for a part two on the draconian, reptilian, satellite force moon base versus the real moon, asteroid, aka second mini moon that touched down and hit today, September 29, 2004. Make sure there's no music going on, y'all. Let's see, is there anything playing? Nothing playing. All right. Alrighty. I'm just making quick few checks on here real quick. And then we can get back. Okay. Oh shoot. Alright, there we go. Oh my. I'm still learning the tricks and trades to this. Bear with me. All right, everything's looking good. All right, so yeah, back at it. We at with part two on the draconian reptilian satellite or full satellite moon base versus the real moon um asteroid second mini moon that they're classifying it as. So in part one, we pretty much touched up on everything we needed to touch up on as far as, yeah, we pretty much touched up on everything we needed to touch up on as breaking down the moon that's in the skies, that is orbiting our skies right now, and what was to be coming today that is already here. And for most of you, depending where you at on the globe, I know in my area it's been cloudy for the past 3 days, and I know exactly why it's been cloudy for the past 3 days. Whether that was government affiliated and the government had to do something and their heart machine, if you believe in that or not, but that is such a thing. Oh, give me a second. Welcome, Dragon. Welcome, welcome, everybody. I want y'all to welcome in Dragon, my co-host. One of my co-hosts. Peace, Dragon.
Yo, hold on. Can you hear me? I'm trying to figure out why this audio is low as hell.
Yes, I can hear you. I hear you. I hear you just fine. Is my audio? Is it my audio that's low? Hold on. Give me a second.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure. I thought it was mine for me. I was like, hold on.
Oh, really? Is it still low? Edit mic
Oh
settings.
no,
Let
I
me
can hear
see.
you.
Mic volume.
Dang. I was gonna say. I was like, where my audio at? I know she loud.
Oh my God! If it's not one thing, it's another. Lord Jesus.
It's
Okay.
good
Oh, we
now,
got
though.
the
Look,
whole
it's good.
gang. We got the whole gang coming in. Okay, okay, okay. Peace, peace, peace to the live Saint Ace. Welcome my other co-host Saint Ace, everyone. Black Sun, thank you for pulling up, Black Sun. Your support is very much appreciated.
Wait, hold on. Not him. That's yo. What's up? I was wondering what's the name. They called Gregory and shit. I was like, hold on, who is that?
That's Black Sun. That's Black Sun. That is the divine motherfucking Black Sun in the flesh. Oh, we got who else?
Shit. Who's sliding in?
Oh, okay, never mind, never mind. I thought no, it was just a comment in the back. But yeah, so
Listen, I see you
yeah,
with
go ahead,
Cash
go ahead.
App too, y'all. I hate that Cash App. Go out to Cash App too, so they set it up, everything.
Now I got a
Mm-mm.
question to ask y'all. Where y'all live at, where y'all been since the first live we did on this? How has the weather been? How has the skies been? Been
Shit.
sky watching? Have y'all
Oh,
been paying attention to the sky?
oh. For me, definitely, because the UK always acting up over here. I know that for a fact that
What was
it's
that,
been a lot
Dragon? They had you in the matrix
rainy.
real quick.
Oh no, I was saying I don't know why it's lagging out a little bit. My bad. You see, it's windy as fuck right now. It's
Oh.
been raining. It's been
Mm.
like I know over here we have a lot of dragons trapped over here, including me. Yo, they trapped my ass over here. They got all these. I know we about to free dragons, release them ass out. The dragons we angry as fuck. Release us,
Hold on, Dragon. Hold on.
Gorgonians.
Peace, 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 Raven. Welcome to the live. Welcome my
Yo,
other
peace,
co-host, y'all.
Raven.
Raven Mystique, Mystical, or Mystic. My bad, Raven. But yeah, welcome,
Dragon,
Raven,
go
to
out
the
and come
live,
back in. Let me
y'all.
turn down my mic, Dragon. Go out and come back in. Your shit lagging. Or mute yourself and see if it come back. But Dragon, your shit was just lagging.
Okay, but yeah, Raven, since you just now joining, I want to ask you since our first live on this very set topic, being that we're on the actual day of this second mini moon asteroid being here, how has the weather been in your area? Have you been sky watching? Have you been observant of the sky?
Yes, I'm always observant of the sky. A lot of
Say that.
cloud seeding, a lot of cloud seeding.
Mm.
But it's been nice, just really hot. It's been hot here, and just a lot of cloud seeding, and also too windy, very windy.
Right, right. Very windy, right? Okay, so now my next question to y'all would be, do you think that it's from or how you say that? Do you think that it's that the weather in your area is due to the asteroid second mini moon, or is it due to the hurricanes that is taking over in the south right now?
I think it's weather manipulation, as well, because this is
Mhm.
chemtrails and cloud seeding everywhere that they always do, and they target certain areas for their own demise. They have
Mhm.
been doing this for quite some time. So yeah, they just disrupt the natural rhythm of this earthly realm here. So it's called manipulating natural law, and you're fighting Mother Nature. So therefore, there's going to be consequences for that, because that's just how it flows. But also, too, I really think that with Uranus too, it's got other things to do with the cosmos, not just the moon, and things. But with Uranus, where Uranus is at this time, this is why you're going to see more. That's why the hurricane switched and got way more forceful and just switched and just went havoc ham shit, right? And that's
Mhm.
why, because Uranus is very unpredictable, and we're going to have some more catastrophic weather everywhere. Like, it's going to be crazy. And a lot of that is to do with these chemtrails and everything, and just the HARP. They
Yep,
just
I
manipulate.
mentioned that. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. And they just manipulate the weather. And they've been doing it more and more. If you've noticed how our seasons have really changed in a lot of areas, which in mine is crazy, but it's just a lot of different areas. It's weird. It's just
Mhm.
the rain's different. Okay, for instance, also too, yes, it's been very hazy. Like the you walk outside, it's freaking like the other night. It was like brownish, tannish, yellowish looking haze. Um, right when we had that the lunar eclipse in Pisces, which
Right.
were going to come up with the solar eclipse in Libra. But yeah, we had that. There was an oil spill, which I haven't really talked about that. But anyway, I could smell the oil and the gas in the air. I could smell it. And that was like, I was literally awake at 3 a.m. and I went outside and I drinking my coffee and I was looking at the moon and I was just like, man, it just was felt very eerie. Okay.
Mm.
It was just strange and I could feel it. And then I just started smelling it, and I'm like, "Nah, fuck that." And I got a little lightheaded. And I said, you guys are stirring up something." And see, and that was really the week after all this has come about.
Have you noticed as well? Um, I'm back. They tried. I tried it on the laptop because the phone is acting funny. Um, yo, I
Welcome
don't know if
back,
that's a
Dragon. Welcome
thunder.
back.
I don't. Nah, I was trying to hear if there was a thunder going on because yeah, it's a thunder going on. Yo, this is going crazy, yo. We got so much shit going on. The weather's funny over here. Not like it's never funny over here in the UK because we're in the heart chakra. I'm like 2 hours from the actual pinpoint of the heart chakra, and
Mhm.
we dragons are over here. There's so many dragons trapped over here. It's like dang. It's like I was wondering why everyone over here they keep talking about oh there's so many dragons here trapped, and I'm like and I'm over here trapped, and I'm like God damn it, we trying to get the fuck out of here, but these other fucking
Y'all
poke.
better break that motherfucking veil.
Listen, listen. I know exactly what the pinpoint, and there's sailors out here, um, God in that area. But listen, I know exactly what it is, and I know why I hate this particular area. I hate the whole area. It's like my ass knows their ass was trying to trap me over there. But we about to break
Mm-mm.
that shit up over here. This is why I'm over here to unbreak that motherfucker and what they be doing in the weather modification because the UK be mad involved with this shit because they be always out
Mhm.
here pissed with the weather modification. But I want to talk about that Hurricane Helena. The people been
Helen.
talking about
Yep.
Helena, which is funny, right? Because Helena, man, they got these I don't know what it is. They're obsessed with Greek. They Greek freak ass motherfuckers. They just love Greek. These Greeks got their ass fucked in the ass for too long. I don't know what it is. Excuse my little motherfucking French again. Um, but yeah, the hurricane Helen or whatever, y'all. Let me tell you this though. I'm noticed something, right? The last time this shit happened, right? They said 2006. Yes, another thing. Another time I noticed the most prominent time was around the 1958
Or
going
not, I
towards
think it was
60.
1986. I did the research on it too. Yep, I think it was around 1986 or something like that.
But the prominent one was the 1958 one. And it's funny, right? A kids talk about how it was formulated in September 21 to
Mm-hmm.
then it goes into 20
Around the same
September
days. Yep.
29, which is the prominent time one. That's why people feeling odd right now, today. And then it's go end literally as we're in the full this new moon in Libra
The
in
solar moon.
October the
Yeah.
4th. Come on, the timing is impeccable. They know what their ass is doing, yo. And it's I've noticed is that this weather modification they've
Their
been doing
world
this.
grand rituals. Mm-mm-mm.
Listen, they started this weather modification. I want to say around the 1800s because this paperwork's around that shit, man. And they've been perfecting that shit in Dubai and all these other places that can't get the weathers, including the UK.
Yep.
Yeah,
But
so
but this is why I said, I don't know if y'all remember on the first live where I said none of these what they consider natural disasters are in fact natural at all. They're not natural.
oh,
And not only that, you cannot, no matter how much different technology you come up with, you cannot record something that actually is natural because there is no timekeeping or recording it. It's just going to happen. So these
it's
things that
unpredictable.
are happening, that are supposedly being recorded and being tracked, is not, you feel me? It's not real.
Oh, it's mad.
Is
It's you
man
could feel
made.
it too as well because you know what I noticed though. They hate when people be observing. I don't know what it is, but I was walking right, and it was just it was like a year or two ago, right? And I swear I was seeing the clouds, and I was looking at the sky. I was like, this ain't fucking normal. Why is there fucking ripples in the sky? And it
Mm-hmm.
was looking like microwave waves. I was like, yo, it was so weird. And I noticed as well that every time I come, like I don't have no grass reactions. I got no, like I'm not allergic to none of that shit, right? But every time my ass is out there, right, and I come back, I'm always feeling like I'm itchy as hell. Like my skin just feels so not normal. Like I gotta take a whole bath.
Mm.
And it's not even summer, it's cold. So it's like, why the fuck do I need to take a shower? What this fucking shit? It's the air is fucked up. Everything they be adding. It's this glyphosate and all these motherfucking these unnatural fertilizers, these chemtrails. Which,
Mm-hmm.
by the way, one of the chemicals they be adding is a beryllium, which is an aluminum, which adds up. Look, if you look at the periodic table, BAAL, ball. They ass trying. These are
Ooh.
sick.
Wake
They
'em up,
sick.
Dragon. Wake 'em up.
They sick, right? Because aluminum is actually also right. I know this as well because working in the healthcare, right? I've been seeing too many people having dementia and Alzheimer's and all this shit. And aluminum does this thing, right, where it blocks. If you actually try out, get an aluminum foil and wrap that shit around your Wi-Fi, your phones. That
Mm-hmm.
Wi-Fi will be blocked, and your brain is actually just like a Wi-Fi. It collects neuron electric current. And if you have a too much aluminum in your system, right, especially around your brain, right, which that's what your gut does, right, travels right through your, there's a certain part of the brain that's actually like very vulnerable. It's like a thin barrier. It go right through, right, and even in the skin outside, it can go right through. It does this thing where the aluminum actually blocks a lot of the current and the nerve endings, which then causes your brain to not be able to connect memories or communicate. So that's why people be having all these brain fogs going on and all this shit. Like they trying to cause people to have
Mm.
amnesias. and you know that minerals and all these chemicals
Pick it up.
is necessary for our body to function because we are electrical beings. You know that they manipulate minerals in the food, the waters that, and they create all these disharmonies. Like, for example, one thing I'm gonna say, the water, right? They be putting fluoride. The fluoride that we're supposed to naturally be having is calcium fluoride, not sodium fluoride, which they be putting in them filtering waters. Sodium and fluoride don't go well together. That's a
Yes.
disruption.
Yep.
That's unnatural. They cause unnatural disharmonies to cause our body to basically be unfunctional.
And
And then
be
we
on
act,
in alignment,
and you,
disalignment. Yep.
and that's why people be acting docile as hell because they trying to create dysfunctional ass motherfuckers.
Mm.
It's like we walking around and people be like, "What? Oh my god, I didn't see that coming," because they didn't. Their brain was completely shut. Like, the TV, the white noise. Our brain
Yep.
be end up like a white noise effect. I'm calling this a white noise effect. Like, they rolling out crazy. But that's all I gotta say. But man, like, this world is crazy, man. Yo, these people, these beings, man, they
Yeah,
not
because
normal. They
you
ain't normal,
corrected it
man.
right. She said these people. I meant beings. Yeah, you're right. Beings, whatever the hell they are,
They're
they
not
ain't
even
right.
beings. They're not even in being. They're not even they're not even a state of in the be. You feel me? They ain't manifested of be because they ain't with us. Listen, they a spectacle that don't need to be here. Let's talk about that. They a spectacle that don't need to be here.
Listen, I wanted to talk about damn, I just had it at the tip of my tongue. Um oh, okay, yeah. I wanted to talk about the transition of this moon phase and what's going on. So there's gonna be a lot of high key doubting and oh wait, what are you talking about? This is the second moon and this, that, and the third, and that's the real moon, and it is. And it is. And not only that, it's gonna take time for people to how you say that, it's gonna take time for people to realize what's going on and what's taking place during this transaction. Um, just for the simple fact that it's been an overwhelming, long programming that's been implemented into motherfucking human beings as we know it. And people are very gullible with what they want to know or what they want to be in the know of, right? So with this transition, as I said, and like you said, Dragon, is going to what you said earlier about the moon, the full moon coming up, the solar full moon coming up in Libra. Now with this happening, as I said in the first live in the part one, is gonna be total darkness for about 10 to like what was it, 10 to 50 days or something like that, right? And the reason why is because while this transaction is happening, it has to be complete darkness where we ourselves as humans and our physical eyes won't be able to see what's going on. And not only that, being that we have certain technology like telescopes and things in that nature that can see from a certain point of view from the sky and things like that. They don't want none of that. They don't want people to be in the know. They don't want people to be able to see this transaction taking place. They don't want people to see this false satellite, this draconian reptilian false satellite moon base being wiped out or being forced out of orbit from our star system, while this new moon, or should I say the very old ancient moon, has came back and being put in her rightful place, right? They don't want that. They don't want people to see that because, again, it'll cause a mass panic. And this is why we have all these distractions going on right now. This Diddy stuff, Helen, the Hurricane Helene, however you want to say her name, Helene. Just a whole bunch of distractions. And then not only that, now we got, I don't know if y'all seen it, but I definitely posted it in my shorts. The biolab explosion that took place in Connors, Georgia today. So it's just a whole bunch of distractions on top of distractions. Then the cloud seeding, the weather manipulation, the skies being casted out with a whole bunch of dark clouds, gray, misty clouds, and things like that. They started that actually 2 nights before this asteroid, aka second mini moon, was to be coming into orbit into our skies. They started it with the cloud seeding and the weather manipulation with their heart machines and things like that, and making the skies very dark and foggy, so we won't be able to see what's going on and what's taking place.
So look, if the regular moon, right? If the moon has effects over the oceans, right? How does how is this moon being back and close to us? How is this going to affect us compiled with the actual moon as well? You know,
That's
both
why.
moons actual returning. So what's going to happen? What are
Okay,
they
so
trying to block out?
they trying to block out us being able to see, like visibly see, because they know at a certain time at night, if it's not on a new moon, we would be able to see the moon and things like that, right? So
Mm-hmm.
we would be able to see the skies and the moon. But being that they're doing, like I said, being that they're doing all this weather manipulation and covering the skies, it's not so much that we'll be able to grab a lot, because they're manipulating the skies for us not to see. So what's gonna happen is the false moon, the draconian moon, while it's on its course to leaving our star system, and the new moon is here, or the old moon is here, I'm not going to say that things are not going to happen as far as weather anomalies happening around the earth, because it is. Will it be destructive? Will it be catastrophic? It may or may not, just for the simple fact that the real moon had came back into orbit. Things are definitely going to change. But because, as I explained in the first live, part one, that this draconian satellite, a reptilian satellite, false moon, they have a piece of this said second moon. And this is why um we don't experience like constant tsunamis or things in that nature with the tides and the moon and things like that. They have a piece of that real moon inside that satellite, false satellite moon base. And this is why we not having no crazy events happening. But during this transaction and this false moon base leaving, It has no choice but to get rid of that piece, give back that piece, or fuck it, go on with it. Go ahead, take it. But it's just, it is what it is. But the point is the fact that we shouldn't be experiencing nothing too crazy because the original moon is back. Now, what I will say is that the ionosphere, the oxygen, everything is going to change back to its natural rhythmic harmonic resonance, right? So the air is going to be different. um it may be hard for a lot of people to breathe because of the fact that we've been breathing like, I
Hmm.
I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna say it this way, because we've been breathing a false oxygen, or what we know as oxygen. It's false. This is not something that we're supposed to really be breathing, right? So again, a lot of things is going to change.
Think
Even
of those
even you
people with
you may
that
even
bio
have
lab too.
people's skin changing. People's whole biogenetic makeup is going to change. And it's not just due to the solar flares hitting Earth. It is definitely because of the plasmatic original mama moon.
But what
So it's
about
going to
the,
be really
because you
because
mentioned,
both of them.
uh, what about the bio
Huh?
lab? Because you was talking about that as well. What about them over there with the bio lab? Because like wonder about that air and then what seeped into the air and how they making other, like the chemtrails already have nanites and other things in them. So they're about to try to be like, yeah,
I didn't hear
that
you.
spread from over here. So people getting poisoning and radiation sickness and other things.
Yeah. So when this, oh man, this is good. This is crazy. This is crazy, y'all. When this moon finally, it hasn't. They say it's here, but it's really not here as of yet. If that makes sense, y'all. Y'all know that it takes certain like transgressional periods for certain things to fully set in. So it may be in our orbit, but it's not fully here, if that makes sense. So when it fully touches down and is really in our orbit and hovering over our skies, and this false satellite draconian reptilian moon base gets out of here, everything is gonna change. Like I said, the atmosphere is gonna change. Everything is gonna change. The weather may drop. The weather may drop, or the weather
Look,
may rise.
would this be a
So,
different winter per se? Like a
oh,
more
what?
harsh
Yes.
winter, or like
Listen,
because
it's
the
going
weather
to
already
be
crazy.
yes, it's going to be what do we call that? From what's his name? From the the Avengers. What's his name? Black Storm, Black Winter Storm, something like that. Listen, it's going to be a bad,
You talking about
bad,
the Winter
bad.
Soldier?
Yes,
You
the
talking about
Winter
a crazy
Soldier,
winter
right? So it's going to be
motherfucker?
a winter
Oh my
war.
fuck! I hate talking to you, man. She said the Black Storm. Who the fuck is Black Storm? She says it's a nigga.
I was trying to remember. Okay,
Yeah,
but
I'm glad you remember though. I'm glad you remember though. Saying you managed to
She
make
should have. She
connection.
could have said Storm because she fucked me up because she said Black Storm. I'm like, are you talking about Storm? Because she could have been talking about Storm. She control the elements. For damn well all I know.
no, it's definitely be a winter war, winter bad winter storm. Like it's gonna be bad. Like, and the only reason why I said black because he wears black, right? Is he not wearing black?
Hell yeah, yeah.
Right.
Cause
Matter
look,
of fact, he
Some of
here it
actually
was
black, but
70.
yeah.
Here it was 70 degrees and it was cloudy. Like it was cloudy as fuck. It was cold outside. I'm like, how the fuck can it be 70?
Mm-hmm.
But also Michigan has crazy ass weather in general though. Some crazy.
But then you're also gonna realize, right? Like you said, right? The body is changing so drastically, right? We go. This is we
Mm-hmm.
going for an anemic state right now. Anemic, yes. And
So
I
look,
know
y'all
this because
believe that in adaptation and like adaptations by the environment?
oh yeah, mutation
Yes.
definitely will be
Listen,
happening.
when I
Mutation will be
say
having transportation and mutation and
okay,
transformation.
you might have people turning fucking blue, purple, green all over again just because of the oxidation of the atmosphere, the change
Forget
of
all that shit. We
the
gonna be turning
atmosphere.
green because we gonna be losing iron. Forget that the whole silicon cell shit, man, coming out drastically, and it's not even a bad sense. It's because motherfuckers never black like melanated people. We ain't never had no fucking iron. We had
Listen,
manganese.
I
That was our
love
shit.
that you mentioned that sickle cell thing, Dragon. I'm gonna do a
And we
live
did
on
a
that
super
one
cell
too.
over in Breaking Sunny
Those are
too. Listen,
superpowers. Those are genetic
hey, and we did a
superpowers. It
series
is
too
not
as
a
well.
sickness.
That's what I've been telling people. Like we did a whole series on with Saint like on Supercell, the UK show, and they literally turned sickle cell into a superpower
Mm-hmm.
context to it because them motherfuckers would turn their eyes yellow and shit, and the longest time they were like, oh, you know, oh, your genetics, like this whole junk DNA thing they keep talking about. Oh no,
Mm-hmm.
we tapping it all the way into that junk DNA. We go full DNA mode transition, and
That's
we
your
go
hidden
turn.
superpowers, man.
Oh, and we go have another thing is they also mentioned I was watching this video, man. I thought I don't know where I'm still kind of mad. I lost the video. This guy was it was a brother, man. He was explaining how our skin was green. We were in the waters. We
Mm-hmm.
were like then there was this element that we had that was like like a chameleon state that our skin be shape shifting and shit, like it be turning, like it'll be blending in with the environment.
Yes.
Yo, that shit it felt like what's her name in X-Men? I forgot. Yo, what's that? Y'all go fucking kill me when I lose that fucking name, yo. uh Say it, help me out.
Okay, Dragon Mystique.
Yeah, Mystique. That's what Mystique. How you see how she was blending in with the
Oh, look
wall
at the
and everything?
telepathy. Look at the telepathy.
You hear me? Mystique. You see how she was blending in everything? Yo,
I
we gonna end up
love Mystique.
just like that.
Yes.
We gonna
Listen, but
be just like
that's
that.
what I'm saying. They don't make things like that for no reason. And when people be like, "Oh, it's just a movie. It's just uh um myth and folklore and things." No, it's not. It's really not
You know what they
though.
say? You know what they say though? Just like that brother was saying, shout out to 𝚃𝚑𝚎 He said when they make soul or when they make the lie so believable that the truth is a lie.
Mm.
That's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a teacher, master teacher right there, yo. I was like, speak, brother, speak. Listen, because
Legend,
the amount of
legend
time
is true. Legend is true with what he just said too, as well.
a move see hit I'm telling you, all these right like I'm
Movies
telling you,
also have
hidden messages.
peace, peace. Thank you for joining, y'all.
Listen, when they all these movies and these shows and all that,
All that
they
shit, it connects.
they be hover like have you
It is,
noticed there's
but
this
that's what I'm saying. That's what I meant. Legend is like you're gonna have people, or you have those people that are out there that sit here and say, "Oh, you really believe that that's real? It's a movie. Come on, you can't be serious. It's a movie. It's a show. Oh, you one of those? Oh no, you meant no, you meant you one of those. Not that I'm one of those, because I can
right.
see through this bullshit just fine. It's you who's having a hard time trying to figure out to discern whether this shit is real or not. And it's very fucking much real because they study playing in y'all faces and y'all just, you know, chew it up. Y'all suck that shit up like nothing, like
Listen,
water. Like, oh, okay, oh yeah, it's just another movie. No.
just like, hey, look, just like, look, not even that. Just like the whole thing where, like, we keep telling the ass that the melanated people been all over the world. Y'all just so slow and catching up right now with exploration. We've been in the four corners of the world, and they ass is like, man, y'all just want to be everywhere. Y'all, this Afrocentric. They keep want to talk about Afrocentric shit. Y'all need to stop it, like that Kevin Hart shit where he did the comedy in Egypt. And they ass was like, oh no, Egypt is not black. Egypt is not black.
But look,
Remember that? Yo, that be.
but look, to be that person, bro, just like I move around in the winter, and the winter is like crazy because like I noticed the change in the air. Like the air be crazy. Like I feel like an old person when I be walking around. I be looking at old people. I'm like, I'm just like y'all heavy breathing motherfuckers right now. I'm like, bro, the air is so much more thinner. It's so much more. That's why you can see your breath. I'm like, damn. I'm like, my lungs is taking that much more to just expand. I'm like, wow,
Mm-hmm.
imagine all of that as if they dropping down on top of me with this shit too.
No,
And you
but
know,
it be the whatever is in the skies, like how heavy the pollution is. Like if you have a lot of warehouse factories in your area,
Yeah, all the small.
planes that go through
oh shit,
airport,
no,
the pollution like
they
you're
they
not gonna
they
be
they were
able
on your
to,
ass
like
with
if
the
you
mic.
suffer from asthma and things in that
Say that
nature,
again. Say
it's
that
gonna
again,
be
mother.
hard for you to breathe.
You gotta say it again, mother. But we heard you a little bit. They was
Can y'all
on you a
hear
little
me?
bit.
Yeah, yo, we heard you. We just didn't
Hell
hear the
yeah.
first
Oh,
bit.
okay. I was
Cause
saying that it
you feel
depends
me?
where you at. Like if if you have like a whole bunch of factories and warehouses around you, you next to an airport where there's a lot of jet fuel and shit like that. Just being the fact of like if you're in an area where it's so much pollution in the air and you suffer from those type of things like asthma or whatever the case may bronchitis, whatever the case may be, it's going to be a lot harder for you to breathe. But now say if you was to move to a place where it was more foresty and things in that nature, like with trees and stuff, like you had a lot of trees around you where it's not natural oxygen, you go outside and you take a whiff of air, or you even in your house and you wake up and you take that first whiff of breath, you feel me? It's like, oh, it feels so, good to breathe this. Like I could actually breathe, and I'm not short in my breath. I'm not tight in my breath. None of that, because the air is purified, is clean, versus where you're in an environment where it's heavily polluted. So like New York,
Mm,
oh my goodness. New York, you go to New York, being that is full of buildings and it's so much pollution that goes on from people smoking, cars, planes, the warehouses, all the pollution that is succumbed in that area. When you leave that area from New York past, like if like going towards PA and up, that's when the air starts getting a little bit more thinner. But in New York, it's thick. It's very thick. The pollution is very, very, very thick.
hey, I wanted to mention something, right? I'm always learning my healthcare phobia classes, man. Something always comes up because I was looking at CO2, but right, and they keep talking about carbon emissions and all that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I had a class. We had to do the fire evacuation, like for clinics and hospitals, right? So I was looking at the fire extinguisher, right? And that I ain't gonna lie, when you put that shit, it's cold as fuck, right? And I thought they were using nitrogen because nitrogen be cold as hell too as well. So I was saying, okay, if CO2 is, they keep talking about CO2 emissions, right? I said, this shit is cold as hell. Isn't it a good idea that the CO2 is leveling out this overheated ass global warming shit they keep talking about, right?
Mm.
So
Mm-hmm.
then they mentioned something, right, which was quite interesting, right? Then they kept talking about carbon monoxide, right? And I've
Mm-hmm.
been seeing that shit lately. And then they keep talking about the cows, right? Then I was like, y'all don't even realize. I was thinking in my back in my head, and I did some research because I'm gonna go into it with the lactose intolerant. these cows we're dealing with is fake as hell, and they releasing something with called, and then all of us as well, it's called uric acid, right?
Mm.
Urea acid, right? Which is actually where all the nitrogen is the in your piss, right, and your urine. And not your body does not like nitrogen. If you actually notice, we have our farming, right, has changed from carbon based to nitrogen, right? With that being said, right, nitrogen is a suffocation element. It doesn't like, there's not much nitrogen in the air. It's a lot more there's a lot more carbon and a lot more oxygen than nitrogen. We try to expel that shit out of our system immediately. Like out of all the elements, we actually keep everything else. We have more carbon within, and we bring in oxygen because it oxygenate, it hydrates. It not only just in water, but it hydrates us in air, in the air. And a lot of the
Wake it up,
oxygen
dragon.
actually that a lot of the oxygen is actually found in the ground along with silicone, which is, by the way, all of y'all crystallized motherfuckers is what is made out of. Another thing I also want to mention is that, okay, if the cows are causing all this shit and what we eating, because a lot of the farming is based on nitrogen, right? Instead of bringing more carbon into the farming aquaculture, right? Because now we
Mm-hmm.
gotta look at farming, because I want to get into farming as well and all the healthcare. Y'all go hear all that shit, because they got asses out here fucking it up for all of us. These
Yep.
farmers, these farmers have lost all their old traditions. We ain't never been farming with nitrogen in our city. Like, nah, who does that shit? Um, so with that being said, now you gotta realize is that, okay, with all that shit being said and released, nitrogen is suffocating the air, because nitrogen is is the one of the element that goes in it as well is ammonia.
Yep.
That's where ammonia and amino acid. But by the way, let me say this right. Protein, right? Majority of protein is carbon. It's not nitrogen. That's what they keep telling you. You look at the even the element, the whole chemical compound. Majority of protein is carbon, not nitrogen. So when we keep saying
Yep.
amino
Wait,
acid is
hold on,
actually,
dragon. Hold that right there. Hold that right there. Hold that right there. Hence why they're heavy on these motherfucking COVID-19 vaccines. And what is in the COVID-19 vaccine? Spike proteins. Like they have the
it's
what's it called?
nitrogen.
The mRNA spike protein messenger to kill your natural proteins that is supposed to fight whatever off that's trying to get into your body, right? But go ahead.
It's not even amino. It's carbonic acid. It's dealing with carbon. That's what they keep changing the names, and I'm gonna put the name up too as well, because it's not even amino. Amino dealing with ammonia. That's why we
Mm-hmm.
fucked up in the protein, is that we're using the wrong terminology. The protein we're supposed to be eating is carbon based protein, not nitrogen based protein, which half of these suckers be thriving off of. They'll be on them sulfurs as well. Sulfur be fucking up us too.
So, ooh,
Come
wake them
on.
up, Jagger.
Selenium is part of your thyroid. That's why we're getting all these. And your thyroid is connected to your third eye and your adrenal gland. And that's why we
Mm-hmm.
were stressed out. So when we stressed out and we got all these nitrogen, this, and nitrogen, oh, it's a motherfucker, because that shit be, you be feeling it, because when you go into your system, right, and you're carbon based, that shit be like feeling like you on fire. So when you've been feeling irritated internally, you've been feeling fatigued, like you got bone disease or something, it's because of that shit. And they been, yo, I'll be telling these doctors on YouTube, man, and these motherfuckers be on my
Isn't
ass.
selenium like the youthful appearance?
The selenium is actually what they call T4 and T3. Okay, T4 is iodine, and then T3 is selenium. One of the two. I keep mixing them up, but one of the two. That's what makes up the thyroid. That's what balances your thyroid. The iodine and your selenium. Nothing to
But
do
look,
with
what does your thyroid regulate?
your thyroid regulates your sleeping cycle, your everything. Like I'm talking about
If your thyroid is fucked, your third eye is fucked too. They all fucked. It's a
Mm-hmm.
whole system. It's all connected. So your thyroid is literally the gateway between your third eye and your adrenal gland, which is right next to your kidney, which is your filtration system.
Mm-hmm.
So if you and this is why people be having temperature problems, their weights be all over the place. That's what I'm saying, like your ups and downs, like your hormones, it's for especially your hormones for women. Y'all been feeling kind of like water retention problems. Like it's so much that goes in. But this is why I be telling people, like, learn your biology, because with this weather modification, they don't care.
Whew. Facts.
They don't care. And this is why I'm literally gonna be the first health first live stream I'm doing is I'm gonna start with the gut, man, because that's where your diaphragm, that's where you breathing.
Welcome back, Queen Ace.
We gonna get this breathing right, and we gonna figure out what
Oh,
makes up the
oh,
left.
I'm
Glad to be
glad you
back.
said that, Dragon. But that's, you have a lot of people, Raven. This is your time, girl. This is your time. You have a lot of people who, one, do not breathe correctly as we speak. You have a lot of people who breathe through their mouth, and then you have a lot of people who breathe through their chest when they breathe through their nose. When it's wrong, you got to breathe. Proper prana is you breathing from your stomach, pulling all that in from your core, from your nose, and when you breathe in, your stomach is supposed to expand out like a balloon. And then when you breathe out through your mouth, your stomach is supposed to retract back, like it's supposed to tighten. So a lot of people breathe wrong. You have a lot of people who breathe through their chest right now. So when this shit hits, that's why I said there's a lot of people who may just start dropping
If
like flies
only,
because,
if
a
only
lot
we
of
knew
people don't know how
somebody
to
who
breathe
practiced
right.
breath work. If only we knew somebody that knew great breath work or just breathing
I'm
techniques
fucking
in
done
general.
with you.
You know, I'm just
I
saying.
know how to do great breath work. It's called proper prana, and this is things that people can take just a few minutes to either YouTube, Google. You'll see a lot of different uh spiritual or health specialists that are very savvy on this topic that we're speaking on, and they'll do a full breakdown in videos and show you, like, they'll show you the wrong way of breathing and they'll show you the correct way of breathing. And if you are not in this moment in time where we at in the timeline we in, if you not taking time to fully heal yourself, to do the proper work to get your mind, body, soul in alignment right now due to the events that we in right now, all I'm gonna say
Hey,
is
mother,
it's
you
going to
hilarious.
be bad for you. That's all
That
I
it's
know.
funny you saying that shit, and it's Libra. Get your balance right. Get your mind right. Everything a Libra would motherfucker say. Shit. We get into a moon too. So we think that the subconscious is literally craving balance right now at an all
Hmm.
time low. Cause it's an all time high, because that's what I've been feeling too. Cause I was like, damn, like I don't know what it is. Like I be eating something, and then it's like, dang, I be feeling like it's like it's like your body's about to start. I'm really feeling this right. A lot of people are gonna be south starting their ass on fire. They gonna be set on fire. And
Mm.
you see them people that be going like
Like they're
they be
gonna just
glowing.
explode from within, right? Mm.
That nitrogen is gonna be hitting that fucking fuel.
Mm.
That nitrogen is, I'm telling people, is
You
a
know what's
nitrogen
crazy that you
overload.
said that, Dragon? I
Nitrogen
seen
overload.
it. I seen it. Like I had an inner vision on that. That's so crazy. But go ahead.
Listen, and all them nitrogen, oxygen, the gins are coming out.
Ooh, the
This is
gins.
Listen, them genies in the bottles coming out.
But they say the jinns are the dragons, so and jinns are the Genesis.
We
The jinns
listen.
are the Genesis.
And they ass go listen. They ready for my ass to come out of them fucking chains.
Okay.
Listen, it's about time because it's this restoring the order is necessary at this time because there's so many injustices going on. It's just too much, man. Someone gonna
Yep.
have to set the fire, and it's no better than a Saturn in Aries go come out next year in March, yo. In Aries, yo, this shit's gonna be on, yo. This shit is go, but I'm crying, man, because this shit's gonna be beautiful, man. The flames are up, the alpha and the fucking omegas are out.
Look,
They
the
is
crazy
over.
part, the crazy part is that I had channeled the Hoppy prophecy back in
Oh shit.
2001, right? I did a video on this on TikTok, and I uploaded most of it on here on a short before I started the live. The whole thing didn't upload. I'm gonna have to upload the rest. But
Yeah,
I
because
did a Hoppy. I did a
it
Hoppy
is. It's the
prophecy.
Hopi. It's the Hopi, and it literally is happening, been happening since
Yep.
2020, since 2012.
Okay, I'm glad
Yes,
you said that.
hello.
Now hold that there. Hold that there. I'm glad
I
you
said
said
this
that,
too
Raven.
14 years
Now
ago.
hold that there. This is the Hoppy prophecy that I channeled. There will be a new world record. I channeled this on October 4th, 2001. Right? We in
It's funny you said that.
2004. So there will be a new world record earthquake that will hit March 22nd, 2021, 2012. And I inform people not to take the date literal because, as we know, the matrix, the false matrix we in, the timing, the time frame is incorrect, right? So there will be a new world record earthquake that would hit March 22nd, 2021, 2012 of a magnitude of 11.5 to 12 theta waves per kilometer, making the whole earth shake and everyone will feel it. This will cause a mega tsunami affecting Florida, New York, Texas, California, the Carolinas, Canada, Georgia, China, Europe, Africa, Afghanistan, and all inner cities close in or near or around the core and connected through meridians will be affected. Please take this as a warning to take the necessary steps and leading you and your family to safety. This shift will not go unnoticed. Many will be called back home. Many will be the graduating class of 2021, 2012. Agatha will rise and rule over dominions for our peace and freedom back. Many star families will be joining along the fight and bringing key Gaia, Tiamat, however you classify her as, back to her original order. The ancient civilizations of Mu and Atlantis will rise from the core of Ki and cause many turbulence and floods. Everything is going back. Do not be afraid. You've done this before. It's a little test to see if you remember who you are or if you've forgotten yourself and your soul's purpose. So it's like that fucking Hoppy prophecy was insane. I even did like two pictures to it. One was like how they were showing me how the earth is gonna split like basically into four, the south hemisphere, the north hemisphere. Let me see, hold on, let me read it. It says it has, let's see, yeah, hello.
We still here.
Oh,
We
this
listen
thing
to
is
yours.
buzzing.
Yeah, girl. We can't
Hmm.
listen. Want us to talk when you
It's
talking?
I'm saying hello like we on the phone.
She's
But
saying
I don't know because
hello.
I hear it staticky.
Is anybody there?
Hold on.
She started typing on the screen. Hello.
Fuck Ah,
Hey,
y'all
that's funny
hilarious.
though. That
Okay, so
hey,
now
that's
here
funny you
we
Prime
said
got we got
2012
content,
the
though.
prime fucking knowledge, man. Prime content,
I
prime knowledge.
You know, it's funny you said 2012 because it was literally 12 years just backwards for me.
Yeah, and this is
2011.
no,
2012
but
all over
if
again.
we going by the correct remember, we're in a Gregorian time cycles, a Gregorian sundial time cycle,
Right. That
fits
part.
which fits their matrix Saturn Luciferian agenda for the
Yeah, they're black.
the
They're dark.
systematic program time construct that works and benefits them and only them, hence why we are a system to, or we are a slave to the system,
Right. It's
right,
their
to
black
their
Saturn
system,
worship. It's their black Saturn worship. That's what it is.
right.
That's why
They
they go
So
around that
said,
black cube, and the Mecca, and all that BS that they go circle around, circle around, circle around. That's all black cube Saturn worship and the Saturn
yep,
Brotherhood, secret societies of the
yep.
Freemason
man,
Illuminati.
and let me tell you this. Let me tell you this, right? They ass really be thinking they be worshiping Saturn like that, but that shit is also false as well because they don't even know what Saturn is. The Titans, they
They be
ass don't
screwing
Hard.
know
their
what
Wake
asses
that
up.
shit up.
it's a duplex. They like I ain't gonna lie, they like the dollar they like the Dollar Tree to the motherfucking Target. Like they can never get to Target before me, so they gotta go to Dollar Tree to get some cheap ass shit. Like get the fuck out of here.
Not to
Like you
mention the rings are vanishing right now from Saturn. Now,
Yep,
now's the time to
yep.
freaking be
and you should
manifesting your
drive
shit. It's harvest
and
time,
you should
people. That's what, all this fear mongering and all this bullshit and tact and bullshit, because it is. And yeah, it is the Hopi prophecy. And all the tribes have already come together, a few years ago when that pipeline and all that stuff, and they were, putting oil into the water, and nobody was there.
Mm-hmm.
I was there at that. That's my lineage right there. So yeah, therefore, you don't just run your stupid fucking pipeline all over the cross, all over to what, poison humanity's water, because
Yep.
that's our main water
that's
source.
interesting.
So
You know
why in the fuck, like, this shit I'm passionate about, so I get really pissed off about it, because
a
if you're a
mother
native indigenous to this, to here, okay, then you are, because you're part of Mother Gaia here, okay, or you wouldn't even be physical. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore,
and
you're multidimensional here, having a human motherfucking experience. So what are you going to do about it? You going to run from it and fear tactic because some outside authority trying to tell you what to do, how to do, or whatever? If you're not grown enough or not capable enough to have common sense to get your shit together and quit believing this thing or whatever the fuck that is, because all this Diddy shit is just to distract. You guys need to keep your eyes on the motherfucking prize and quit getting lost in the sauce and look up at the skies, because the motherships are out in broad daylight. If you live in New York, man, they're
Mm-hmm.
fucking out. They've been
Mm-hmm.
out. They do
Yep.
it they do it during the day. They ain't cloaking their motherfucking selves. They've always been here. So there's nothing to fear, because you are them, they are us. Alakash, alakin. I am you and you are me. Namaste.
Okay, wake it up, Raven.
because my people said the Ethiopian calendar is what year it is right now for them.
It's yeah, that's what I was trying to get
20,
to.
2017.
They're in 2017. Yes. So now 2017. Okay, so back to the 2012 and the Gregorian calendar we in, or whatever. So we're in supposed 2024, right? Only because of their Gregorian calendar, which shoots us 7 to 8 years ahead than the original calendar, which is the Julian calendar, which is the calendar that the Ethiopians go by, the original calendar. Their calendar is 7 years back. So everybody who thinks that they're the age they are right now really isn't. They're really not the age that they're not. Not only because of the calendar, but because of way of by birth, and when you was first born, you're really 1 years old, not a day old. But yeah, um,
And the funny thing
so
is, right, when it was 2012, in the Ethiopian calendar, you know what it was? It was 2019.
2019. Yep.
Yes, that
And that's the
part.
start of COVID.
Right?
Yep.
It's
Yep.
all
And
ties
look,
into
this is
this shit.
this is why all this is happening, because they was trying to use CERN to avoid this event. They know. Okay, so the way that their calendar is set up is like it's the a opposition towards the original. So everything that they do is an opposition towards the original. So they know that they have to make their math. Like it has to make sense. It has to add up. So everything that is done in its original nature and context, they have to do the opposite, but in an infiltrated way. So they have to like manipulate it. So being that they know that Ethiopia's time, or half the world is governed by the real time and this side is not, they know how to manipulate things, right? So with Ethiopia being 7 years behind and we're 7 years ahead, this is where they fuck us up at, and like mentally fuck us up, physically fuck us up and shit,
That's
through the
interesting.
manipulation of the time and the mathematics that they give us. And
Right.
I'm gonna get deep with
Psychologically
y'all. This is
fucked us
why
up.
Terrence Howard came out with what he said about the math not mathing, and that they lied to us in the school
Yeah.
educational system about math. This is gonna be another live that I'm gonna be doing soon about the time, the math, everything is going to be motherfucking debunked, and I'm going to crack the motherfucking sky, the veil open when I get to it. um but
That's
yeah,
interesting. You said that
Woo.
because you
Right?
said 7 years, right? That shit hit, yo. That seven. That
We
I
need
have
y'all
my
to drop
planet.
those fucking likes, turn on that
That's
bell, and
Neptunian.
reshare
That's so
this. You know?
Neptunian. That
You know,
number seven is so Neptunian too, as well. And it's a
yeah. I
illusion and
went to
making
the,
people delusional, you know? And it's in
yeah,
retro.
yeah, because
mm-hmm.
cause it's
Hmm.
interesting you say that because it's like we're in Libra season, and if y'all know Libra, it's seven, it's dealing with scales.
Yep.
It's
Right?
about to be Judgment Day.
Hello, y'all know
That
seven
part.
thirteen is my number. Come on
Seven,
now.
seven. I'm a life path seven. Shit, literally, yo, my whole birthday is literally added up to seven. I was literally born in the seven, so it's just like we better be in the scale, the tip in the scale, and they know intentionally to go after seven because seven rules the motherfucking realms when it comes to illusions. You feel
Everything.
me?
7 and 13. Wake it up, Dragon.
God,
Wake it
it's the
up.
That's
God
right.
number.
Wake
It's the
it up.
God number. Let me say it to you.
Yep.
It's the God number, and I'm also and I need to say this as well. Geometrically, this is why I understood right. Geometry and algebra and all that, because algebra just means breaking down of and putting things together, right? The only thing that really was, I would say, was making more sense was the geometry and the trigonometry, but the rest of
Mm-hmm.
the ass did
Everything
not.
else is man-made, basically. Yep.
Listen, and the teachers never really like this. Teacher really tried to explain to me 10 times. Yes, 10 motherfucking times. I used to go back trying to get these qualifications and these mathematics right, and my ass would even in English, none of these schoolings and these educations just never was like. I've been here too many times on this realm to be. I was like, y'all trying to fool me, right? This doesn't make sense
Mm-hmm.
because when it comes to geometry, it goes with the left and right hemisphere. It balances. That's why I
Yep.
like geometry. For some reason, like even my sigils be going with the geometry, and that's how it communicates. That's how I communicate. Is things gotta make sense to me, and shit has to be balanced. Otherwise, if this shit don't, this teacher tried to explain to me things like about probability and shit. I was like, why the fuck do I need probability? I flow right anyway. Like y'all need to stop playing with me with the most likely possibility, all this shit that don't make sense, and this integers with the minuses and the
Yep.
decimals and
Yep.
fractions and Fraction is found in
But
music.
that's
It's
that
found
that was
in nature.
created.
You can
That was created for the manipulation of their program. That
you do that
serves
naturally
their
anyway.
purpose.
That makes sense. You do that naturally with fractions. You do that by when you're cooking. You intuitively with your ancestors out here measuring them fucking salts and sugars and all that shit. Naturally, when you're cooking, I know how much I need to put in that pot for it to not go off of balance. Like that's intuition. Intuition deals with fractions. It knows the measurements. It knows how to discern. And this whole time they've been out here playing with our intuition, which is
Playing
our
motherfuckers'
intelligence.
faces. Yep.
Playing. I'm like, yo, don't play with, you know, you can say, "Don't play with me, y'all. Y'all know this math ain't mathing. Y'all know this, like, even
Mm-hmm.
in science, like, all these people talk about science and all that. That's why I was telling in that wrong room, talk about science, is that, first of all, science is still an observation of nature. You go off of nature.
Okay.
It's called natural science. None of this like modern science. We don't talk about modern science. We talk about natural science. They drop the natural science into modern science because they know everything in nature is all you need to do your science. It doesn't lie. Them bees don't lie. Them trees don't grow. They don't grow
Mm-hmm.
out of alignment. They grow off of law, land, hill. What they don't go off of nothing else.
Okay. Wake it up,
So
Dragon.
I listen to them. I listen to more nature because I'm like I don't listen to none of y'all fucking suckers. Y'all don't know what's going on. If y'all not following nature, the law of nature, I don't know what's going on with all of y'all. Y'all don't even know. And even the periodic table don't make sense either. Like I don't think hydrogen is the first element. Half of these elements are like off alignments. It's like every education. They play with my face, mother, but yo, my Chiron, my Pluto, my moon is all in the sixth house in Sagittarius. Yo, my discern when I tell you my certainty,
That
they
Saturn,
be
that daddy
playing.
Saturn.
They literally be playing with my certainty when it comes to like higher education. All this, like I'm like, yo, I'm looking at education, like y'all taking all this knowledge and y'all playing around. I'm like, yo, I've been here for
Mm-hmm.
too long to tell me that this information is facts and figures when y'all be on the news with them white papers talk about my only source is government. That's not a source. Where's the scientist? Where's the who peer reviewed this research paper? Nah, I get scientific with this shit because I know how to I know how to read y'all. I know how to play with y'all. The things they be telling about bacteria, viruses, everything about education is that shit from university to kindergarten is shit. I'm saying it out. It's all shit. It has to be
It's
researched.
lies. It's
Everything.
lies.
All these professors, these scholars, they need to be dashed. Everything y'all have, your certificate, your professions, is a fucking lie.
Yep.
Y'all need to dash that. So if y'all can't be real with yourselves and with these labs and y'all can't conduct real experiments, y'all need to go away. Y'all causing real life disharmony to people and dissonance. Y'all diseases. That's what I'll straight tell them. I'm like, y'all all diseases. Y'all
Parasites.
parasites. Y'all are causing the highest, or the African, the highest order of dissonance.
I beg.
I mean, yeah, they gonna get my African out of me. Yo, this the Kushite speaking. I'm fucking tired, yo. My inner comedic fucking like past life is like, yo, get the fuck out of here. Why y'all fucking
Besides,
play with
Dragon, we
scientists?
wrapping it up. It's all right. We wrapping it up. It's
Yo,
okay. It's
yo, we
okay.
got
We
bags in
waking
our
it up
eyes.
and we wrapping it up.
We got bags in under our eyes. We tired. Y'all playing with the maths. Cause listen, mother, I know you were thinking, like, I know all of y'all will be here in the panel. Like, I know y'all were like, I feel dumb. Y'all making me feel dumb as hell. Like, y'all really losing brain cells
Mm-hmm.
trying to explain this shit and tell me that this maths is alright. It's okay. It's good.
It's not.
And I'm sitting here like I got F's and U's because I was just like, this
But
doesn't make
hold on,
sense.
Dragon. This is why we can see over history, over the time that we've been on Earth, we can see why none of the holidays is no longer adding up. Even the fucking resurrection of Jesus don't even add up no more on the calendar. And this is things that people overlook and be like, oh, I guess it's normal. I guess, and their favorite line is, oh, it's due to the leap year. Even with the leap year, it's supposed to still
Get
add
the
up.
fuck out of here with the leap. Yeah.
Like,
But
what are you talking about?
and you know, let's break it up with this one. You know how like every black person gets killed by the police and all that shit, and then they always pick one person to favoritize and monetize off of, right? That's what they did
Mm-hmm.
with Jesus. I'm like, your ass know Romans been killing people on the cross for many motherfucking times before he was born. This is their actual fucking ritual they got from Greek. So don't be playing, acting like Jesus was the only one killed on the cross. No, there was millions of motherfucking Jesuses
Oh, yep.
with the
Mm-hmm.
Christ consciousness getting killed because their ass was speaking up. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And they keep forgetting Mary Magdalene as well. Like the fuck? Um, that chick wasn't a fucking whore. She was a wealthy ass motherfucking y'all couldn't control the woman because she had money. She had abundance. And
Yep.
Jesus was praying homages to Mary Magdalene because he was like she literally balanced me out because the feminine, masculine and the feminine, like they don't want balance. This is what I'm saying. They don't want balance. They don't want discernment. They don't want when people are just and the
No,
judge.
why would they if they want
They
a
evil
race of workers and not thinkers? Why
shit.
would they? They want
They want no. They don't want
indentured slaves,
Oh
servitudes.
no,
They
they don't
want
want
that.
gods. They don't want gods. They don't want gods and goddesses. They want damn near the motherfucking cockroaches of society. This is what that they want motherfuckers got
But
no.
but listen, I'm about to get real deep with y'all. So now remember in part one where I said that these motherfuckers came here and they did that fusion bomb and this that a third, and they was trying to get life, they was trying to how you say that, get a planet where it was habitable for them and shit like that, right? And when they found this, they discovered the other beings here, blah blah blah, and then there was a war. Now when all that happened and after the war, they conquered, right? And most of the beings that were here, some of them was wiped out, and the rest of them went into hollow earth. Hence, why the happy prophecy I just read, they will be coming up soon again. Um, because they know that these fuck niggas time is up. But
Yeah.
what was I gonna say? I was gonna say that when okay, so even when they did that and they wiped certain of the beings here out and made sure the other ones fleed or whatever the case may be, in their planet, their planet was basically for mining gold. And when they discovered earth and they seen that earth had those minerals that their planet had, that's when shit got crazy over the centuries, over the millennias and shit like that. When humans started coming into place, they said, they was like, okay, wait, we don't have to work for this shit no more. We don't have us ourselves. I'm speaking as if I'm the beings themselves. We don't have to do the mining or none of that shit. We have these imbeciles that don't know themselves. Like, let's use them to mine the gold, to mine whatever it is that we need so that we can have our planet back, but just in this planet. We won't be necessarily going back to Mars, but we'll bring Mars here. We'll bring Mars here and we'll make Mars here. Being that this planet has uh uh the efficient things that it needs to build it. So this is why the frequency dropped. This is why the weather drop. This is why a lot of things natural in nature drop due to these beings being here. This is why winter is here. Winter is not normal. Winter, I'm going to say it again. Winter is not normal. We are not supposed to be experiencing winter. Before this fusion bomb hit, before they blew that fusion bomb and it hit Earth, it was summer all year round. It was tropical in the north and it was tropical in the south. It was only two hemispheres that it went by. We go by four now. We go by south, west, north, east. The north and the east is complete bullshit. We're not supposed to have four hemispheres or four how you say that? What's that word, y'all? Compass, right? We're not supposed to have that. It's supposed to be south and north only. And both of those hemispheres, again, were solar. They had to go off of the sun. So all this motherfucking extra seasons with the winter and the fact that we get like an extra fucking month with winter, like if you notice all seasons start off or they
Hmm.
have 3 months to them, right? Summer has about three
Yep.
months to it, that it lasts 3 months. Spring has about 3 months. Fall has about 3 months. The only one that has more than 3 months is winter. Why? Because they use a stupid ass rodent, punctuacy, to say, or that's their trickology, right? Their trick manipulation tactics to say a rodent from the fucking dirt is coming up, and if the rodent sees its shadow, oh no, we get 6 more weeks of winter. No, that's dumb pushing that agenda because they need that extra coldness to hold them in for when summertime, springtime starts coming back because it weakens them. The sun weakens them. They
Oh
need that
yeah.
coldness.
You know why? It's because like I was saying, sulfur and nitrogen be when it goes to the body, right? It heats up. It's like an ammonia. You know, ammonia be burning and shit. So these motherfuckers, like, especially in the have y'all seen motherfuckers be outside in the cold and you be like, yo, are y'all wearing shorts and shit and sandals in the wintertime?
Yeah, yep.
Because their
And
body is warm because of
yep.
the makeup of their body, which is literally sulfur and ammonia in it. Us lot, on the other hand, we our body cools on because we are hydrating, we water
No, but
breathing.
hold that thought, Dragon. I like that you said that. And you have a lot of people who are misinformed and programmed that think that you have a lot of people who believe in this hot-blooded, cold-blooded shit. No. That is a fucking programming. You are not hot-blooded and cold-blooded. You are one type of blooded, and that is hot-blooded. You are natural and how you say that? Your natural blood type is supposed to be aligned with the sun. We are sun people. We come from the sun. The sun is the only celestial body that gives life or takes life, right? So Josiah, baby, thank you for pulling up. But yeah, so being that we've been manipulated and programmed to believe in that bullshit. Oh, I'm cold blooded. No, but I'm hot blooded. And no, I can only be in the cold. Or I can't deal with the heat. What you mean you can't deal with the heat? That is a motherfucking adaptation that you had to go through for you to even utter those words. But if you wasn't programmed to believe in, or if you wasn't, if your genetics wasn't manipulated, you wouldn't be uttering those words. You would be like, I need the sun. I need to be outside. I need that heat. But you got a lot of people that say, no, I'm cold blooded. I'm hot blooded. I need the cold. I need to be in the cold. I can't stand the heat. I start breaking out, or the heat makes me disarray. The heat makes me this, the heat makes me that. No. No, 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 baby. That's your programming that got you thinking that.
Hey, it
That
be
is
the
your
chemicals.
programming.
It's the heavy metals that be breaking people out. Like, have you seen them sunscreens and shit that be all the chemicals that be having, and in the food,
Yep.
that's what's breaking. That's what's sizzling your reaction. Sorry to say,
Listen, this is why Antarctica right now, as we know it, for the
it's
past
melting.
how many years already now, is has been melting the ice caps. How many years they've been melting now? And
The
it's
gates are
soon
open.
about to be fully melted.
Listen, them gates are
And the
open
reason
finally.
so is because, like I said, we are supposed to be only on one season, and that's summer all year round.
Hey, shout
So
out.
that Antarctica has no choice but to melt because the sun is getting closer to Earth. That's one. Two, the sun is heating up more. That's two. Three, there's a whole nother sun in the Earth. In the Earth. Or
The
what they
black
call the
sun.
core of the Earth. What do you think the core of the Earth is? It's a fucking sun.
The black sun. Come on.
It is a sun.
And not any sun, mother. The black sun. You feel me?
Okay?
No pun intended. You feel me? If you know something called black sun. Hey,
No,
and
that
another.
is him. That is him. He know.
Listen.
He know. But
And
yeah, so it's like
shout out to the equator as well. The equatorial motherfuckers, right? Um,
the
um,
elliptical equator.
Yeah, cause listen, when I went to Ethiopia and my hometown, they in the sub-Saharan Africa, so they right on the equator. Let me tell you, the timeline over there is so different. That listen, you wake up, the sun be around 6, and then go down 6. You feel me? No, no, it's just half and half. Like,
Exactly.
and the weather is so beautiful, man. I'm telling you, like it's like, and I know even the people in Caribbean and places in Southeast Asia, like the ones on the equator, they know that the weather. Like I know someone who was from Indonesia, and she was saying, "Man, all we got is," she said, "all we got is the tropical weathers. We don't have snow or winter. We don't know what winter is." And them Aussies know as well, them Australians and the New Zealanders be knowing as well, because they don't got no fucking snows like that over there. There's some areas in the earth that don't have that naturally, you know. And
Exactly. And I wonder why. And I wonder why.
China be artificializing that. Hey, I remember that one time when they brought that fake sun. Oh my god, yo, that shit was yo. Everyone was looking at the sky like, the hell is this? It was they were just hovering that shit up in the sky, and I was like, oh, not even just the
They
moon, the
block out
sun
the
is
real
making it.
sun and create a fake sun. Shit, wow.
Yeah, they blocked out the real sun to create a fake sun because that shit was killing their unnatural asses. That's why. So they said we need some motherfucking, you know how we say hater blockers? That was their hater blockers.
Hey, remember that TV show
They said
called
this sun hates us. Let's create another one.
Hey, look. Hey, remember that TV
They
show
said
called The
fuck
Snow?
sub block. We could just block out. We can go to that bitch directly.
Okay?
Hey, hey, remember that show called The Snowpiercer? They created a fake ass sun, and guess what happened to that shit? That shit created a whole blizzard on their heads. They had to be living in a train.
Look,
That
oh
shit.
my god. And that's what's gonna happen. They gonna listen. This is first of all, China one of the ones that's always getting hit with fucking mega tsunamis and shit. They better stop playing. They're gonna learn the fucking hard way.
They overly train their people just to get themselves in fuck shit, and that's the same place, ain't it? Those areas, the East Asia, they need to stop playing around with all these trying to be smart shit and intellectual and shit. They're the ones that usually get the hit, especially their farming and agriculture. They got all these fat ass rats eating fake ass food and large foods and shit. I've seen ones where they eating seasoned stone. Literally, they got chilies and shit and sauce all over them fucking stones.
China definitely do got advanced technology, and let's say China is the Greys, right? We're gonna say China's the Greys. We'll say Russia is the reptilians, and UK is the draconians. And point
We,
blank period, you got a alliance, allegiance of fuck nigga species that is on this motherfucking earth doing fuck shit that is not natural to the earth. So they gotta go. They gotta be wiped out. Point blank period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They gotta go. And it is what it is.
but I think the spirit guy was like, "Hey, you better release that dragon so you can fight all these fucking unnatural ass motherfuckers out of here."
No, but if y'all remember a few months ago in summertime when that lunar eclipse happened, right? And what did they say? That Elon was launching a seraphim or something like that, dragon, some shit like that, right? I wonder fucking why that they was gonna launch that seraphim rocket, and then not only that, they was gonna launch CERN into the sun to supposedly get dark particles, or try to figure out what's the dark particles through CERN. That was complete bullshit.
But they always been fucking playing with us, man. Just been playing with us, trying to figure out what dark matter is. They try to capture carbon, man, under a telescope, and then they didn't realize that shit's invisible because you can't see that shit dark matter, man. They y'all can't capture melanin like that, man. Y'all just go get graphene. That's what they're just dealing with. The fake fur, the byproduct of carbon. You can't get melanin like that. They're just getting graphite and all this graphene. It's like what you find in pencils and shit. And the COVID vaccination. That's why
Mm-hmm.
people,
Yep.
yo, and that's why people be feeling, and like again, people don't know how to breathe properly, right? Um, which explains why people were so docile and couldn't think properly, and then yelling at people for no reason, like they were in some psychosis and shit. And you were like, "Girl, put that mask down and breathe properly so you can talk to me, man. So we can actually
Mm-hmm.
be intellectual." These are the same people that be out here talking about, "Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all misinformation. Y'all don't know how to intellectually talk to us and all this."
Cause they ain't got no fucking oxygen in their brain and want to have mass, killing themselves with their own goddamn
They
breaths. Like,
killing
what are
them.
you not
They
supposed?
killing their
First of all, you're not
brain.
supposed to cover your mouth for a certain amount of time. Like, you're inhaling carbon
Oh.
monoxide through your own fucking breath. Like, if you didn't know that.
And that's what's killing their brain cells. Carbon dioxide is not supposed to be brought back into the system; it's brought out, and they don't realize that the mass is actually what causes all that micro and the fucking fungal and shit. Y'all causing disease to yourself.
Yep.
And another thing is the mask got all these elements that y'all don't even know. This shit made in China and shit. You don't know if they go put nanobots in that shit, and these little fucking materials that were the same thing found in cotton buds. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Them fucking parasitic ass shit inside these like cotton like shit that be moving around. They be looking like parasites and shit. I'm like, yo, these fibers is crazy because you know them cottons. That's where you find all the parasites and shit and those little myomites and You don't know what they be doing and these unorganic shit. And on top of that, the little millimeters doesn't even match. It literally is too big, meaning that the virus can go right through the millimeter. And they tried it out too.
Them
You wear five,
them nanoparticles. Yep, them
and the
nanoparticles.
mask, and the mask, they even tried it. You wear five masks, and the air can go right through, and then by then you will kill yourself anyway. But yeah, Corona disappeared as soon as Ukraine happened, and I was looking at everyone like, y'all don't see the switch that it did? They just turned from disease to war real quick. I was like, huh? And
Yeah, we
everyone
about
just
to wrap this up though. This was a good build that we had. Shout out to my three lovely co-hosts, Dragon, Breaking Sanity, and Raven, and everyone else, all my viewers. I appreciate y'all for showing up and supporting the live, supporting my channel, supporting me. I love y'all so much, so much. Y'all don't even understand. It's been a long time coming for us to be here, up here right now, and be able to spread this lovely divine word to y'all and wake the world up each day, one day at a time, one step at a time. But we're doing it through fucking faith, strength, and and that is it. But I definitely appreciate y'all, and we definitely gonna wrap this up. Stay tuned for the next motherfucking breaking news live that I will be doing on Universal Time, or time as we know it. That'll be the next live. So stay tuned for that. Again, I love y'all. Thank you for the support. Thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell, subscribe, like, and yeah, stay tuned, y'all. Peace.
Peace.